Hi, I'm Pastor Katie, and I want to welcome you to the Garden of Grace devotion. This devotion will be going out on Ash Wednesday, but I'm filming it the day before because tomorrow is going to be a busy day. As we think about Lent, as we think about the beginning of Lent on Ash Wednesday, one of the things that people often talk about are the things that they give up for Lent. Some people give up chocolate or sweets. Some people give up wine or caffeine. People give up different things sometimes. The other day on a friend's Facebook page, I saw the most interesting thing, and it came from a statement from Pope Leo XIV. He's encouraging people to give up something quite different this year for Lent, and I want to share it with you today. Pope Leo said, "Let us begin by disarming our language, avoiding harsh words and rash judgment, refraining from slander and speaking ill of those who are not present and cannot defend themselves." He said, "Instead, let us strive to measure our words and cultivate kindness and respect in our families, among our friends, at work, on social media, in political debates, in the media, and in Christian communities. If we do so, we will let words of hatred give way to words of hope and peace." How interesting that Pope Leo XIV is inviting us to fast or to give up harsh words, rash judgment. He's inviting us to give up slander and speaking ill of others who are not present and cannot defend themselves. What an interesting thing to give up for Lent. Something that doesn't really nourish me or help anyone anyway. It reminds me of a devotion I offered a few weeks ago on Romans chapter 12, verse 18. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. So what do you think? What do you think? Should we try that? Should we try disarming our language and avoiding harsh words and rash judgment for Lent? I think in order to do that, I'd have to have a way to think about it. Because those things are going to come to mind. Those things are going to happen. Those words, experiences provoke things within us, right? I think probably what I would have to commit to is each time I want to say something, each time I want to say a harsh word, or each time I find myself jumping to judgment or wanting to say something unkind, I think I would probably need to commit to silently offering a prayer for whoever the person is or whatever the situation is. I think for me, I wouldn't just have to have the absence of something, I'd need to have the presence of something else. So the absence of speaking in a certain way would have me rely on the presence of God, and then praying for the other person. I'm inspired by what Pope Leo XIV has asked for, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. Will you join me? Together, can we seek to give up these things for Lent? Can we seek to create space for words of hope and peace? With God's help, I suppose. May God lead and guide us. May God help us to serve God and one another. And may God's peace be with you today and always. Amen.